using your spray? That's okay.
Good evening. Welcome.
Welcome.
Alright, so I have to figure out how to stick this on there because of the way your shirt's doing. Stick it right there. Okay. Yeah, I'm still
Such a professional show.
okay. We're
Everything in its
It's
place.
live. What can you do? And that's not working. Should have chosen a better top. Maybe that'll do it.
Once the audio catches up, I can tell you when it works.
Yeah, say something.
That ain't gonna
Is that-
work.
Is that working?
Testing 1,
I
2,
don't
3,
know.
4.
I have to wait for because it has that time
Yeah,
pause
the lag.
between reality and the.
Can you hear? Is it?
I
did it-
still
did-
have. It's like 20 seconds
Oh,
pause.
I didn't
You have
realize
to
it was
wait.
that long. Okay.
Why do you keep moving it? That means I have to wait longer.
Okay. Alright. The problem is it wants to fold over.
Fold it over and clip it.
There we go. That might work. Alright.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
Pay no
about that.
attention to the man behind the curtain.
I know, right? Well, that's the problem with the Facebook Live, because you can't pause and fix, you know,
And
you can't
edit.
edit.
Yeah. So we're real.
We are real. That's right. I'm Jen,
I'm Marsha. Hello.
and this is
And
for all reasons.
works.
It does
you're
work.
relatively the same amount of quiet.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
okay. Or loud, depending.
Okay.
Okay, good. Welcome to our Facebook Live for your sweet tooth, and so
Yeah.
everything dessert centered for tonight. And it smells delicious in here.
It sure does.
Marmy's been baking, and the teas are open and smell amazing. And so, I wish that you could smell it.
I know.
That's the bad thing about this, that you can't smell it. Okay, so I'm just gonna confess that I am bone tired. The last month is a blur. because of my day job, I've been averaging a 14-hour day most days, and that includes Saturdays and Sundays. And so I'm a little tired.
No end in sight.
No end in sight. And I can't explain what it is, although if you watch the news, you might be able to figure it out. And so my brain is not firing on all cylinders, and so if I sound confused and discombobulated, I am.
And we're not going to be able to pick up on each other's failures because I've got pain brain.
Yeah,
So,
pain brain, and yeah.
So we're not at our best, but
But we're here.
we're here,
And,
yay!
yeah, and we are excited to be here.
We are,
and so
yeah.
I don't
And
want to make it sound
we're
like
going to do our best.
yeah, we're gonna do our best. So be patient, and if I misspeak, feel free to call it out in the comments, and Molly will let me know, and I'll correct whatever I said wrong. And
Or if we just didn't make sense.
or if it didn't make sense, because that's entirely possible. Because I have a hard time at times putting two thoughts
Well,
together.
especially this time of night because
Yeah, it's been a long day already.
a long
so-
day, yeah.
So anyway,
Anyway, we're delighted to be here.
we are,
We've got
yes.
some great stuff to show you, and so
yeah.
let's
So we'll get to
started.
it. Okay, so the normal reminders at the beginning. You are at the TFAR Reasons business page on Facebook. There is also a group on Facebook. It's a private group for the brand, and we have almost 900 people in there at this point, and it's pretty great. I've been mostly absent. I post. I do scheduled posts just to keep content. But there have been some folks who've been posting occasionally in there. Please do that because
Great post actually.
because my days are just overwhelming right now. So yeah. Anyway, the Facebook group is the if you go to facebook.com/groups/T4All Reasons, you'll see the brand, the logo, and come into the group. It is a private group. You do need to. What's the problem? No problem?
Huh?
There's not a problem?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
You do need to answer a couple questions to be approved into the group. And
Well, there is a problem. Not with him though.
are we not live?
No, you are. It's just give me a second.
The
Someone's
volume.
having an issue hearing you. They can't hear well, even with their volume
with the-
high.
Even with the microphone? Is that
Yeah.
better? Because I'm not a quiet talker.
I know. I have to wait now.
I don't know. I don't know what
we
to
can
say.
do,
I don't know if doing the volume on the phone changes input. I
Yeah.
don't think it does.
Yeah, we're afraid to touch anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well-
we'll try to talk louder.
Right.
Someone else can hear fine, so it might
Okay,
be
so
on
maybe
their
it's-
side.
Okay.
Yeah, other people can hear their volume.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Thank you.
So it might just be on their end.
All right.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry if you can't hear well. We'll try to keep our tone consistent.
Right. Yeah.
So
Okay.
anyway, Facebook group is private, so you do have to answer the questions. And I have rejected some people, and I'll just decline and explain that you have to answer the questions.
Mhm.
Answer them and then come back, and you'll get approved into the group.
Right.
And then email address is info@tforallreasons.com. If you have any questions, you can reach out to me. And like I said, it's crazy, and so I may not answer until I get home from work, which is pretty late in the evenings lately. But I will answer you at some point.
Yeah.
Within a day, I'll
Right.
try to answer you. If it's not that night, it'll be the next morning.
Right.
before I
And
go.
if there's something that you think I can answer for you, just go ahead and send me a private message at the Facebook page, not the group, but in the T4All Reasons Facebook page. You can send me a private message, and I'll see if I can help you there. Now, if it has to do with ordering tea or whatever, I can't answer that question. But if it's about what we did tonight or anything like that, I might be able to help you.
Yep. But post your questions or comments or whatever in the comments during the live. Molly is monitoring the comments, and she will pass those on to us. And as usual, my dad is on the camera. This is a family affair every month. And I appreciate that my parents host us every month, and that my daughter is willing to help us out. This is great because we are a family business. So the fall teas and the fall sampler are in the shop. They're live and available. Oh, that's what I meant to bring.
What?
The fall sampler.
Oh, okay.
If you've been around, you know the fall sampler, but I was going to bring it and I totally forgot, and that's where my brain is, to explain what the 6 teas are that are in the sampler, and I don't even know
Right.
what all 6 are.
But go
because
online
we did
and
change them.
go online and look for it.
Yeah, if you go to tforallreasons.com and enter the shop, it should be on the first page.
Fall sampler.
The fall favorite sampler.
Yeah.
I did change up at least one of the teas this year is different than previous years, but it's mostly the same every year. Autumn Harvest, Maple Leaf. I don't remember. You'll have to go look.
Yeah.
And Advent calendar pre-orders start on Monday. So it's the listing is already in the shop and it's showing waitlisted because I don't have any inventory on it right now. On Monday morning before I go to work, I'll put that it's available. There will be inventory on it, and you can begin to order
On this Monday?
on this Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Like I don't have enough going on. Right? But don't let that stop. Don't let my busy life stop you from doing your pre-orders. Actually, it helps me tremendously. The pre-ordering
Yeah.
helps me tremendously
Yeah.
to know how many I need to make.
Right.
So I do encourage pre-orders. I've had someone ask me in another group if the payment is taken immediately or when it ships. I don't have any way to delay payment. So when you place your order, you do get charged immediately. But be assured your box will ship out on time in November. That I ship out in November, and it will ship out in time for you to receive it before December 1st.
Okay. Do you know if there's a cutoff date for ordering?
I mean, for the pre-orders, there's no cutoff. I just change it from a pre-order to a regular order at some point,
Okay.
and I don't know how to do that.
All right.
I probably do that around October 1st.
Okay. All right.
Or sometime in October, I change it from a pre-order to just a regular order.
Okay.
But it's the same thing. It's not shipping out until November. None of them are shipping out before November. Sometime in the second week of November is when I'm going to start shipping them out. Lord willing. But yeah, I do encourage you to do the pre-order, and I can do gift orders. So if you want to have it sent directly to somebody, I can do that. It needs to be a separate order than if you're ordering for yourself, because I need the 2 shipping addresses, and you have to pay for the shipping to both addresses.
Right.
So that's how that works. So you can order multiples if they're being shipped to one address. But if you want it shipped directly to a gift recipient, put their shipping info in there and I'll ship it out to them.
Yeah. Cool.
That's it for the upfront announcements.
Okay.
We'll do the rest at the end.
Okay.
Yeah, so desserts is our themes for tonight. Oh, I did want to say, so I mentioned last month that I was going to offer a dessert sampler, and then pretty much after we did Facebook Live, my day job exploded with this thing, and I haven't done anything with that. So I've put those on hold, and honestly, probably won't happen until after the holidays. So sometime next year, I'll add the dessert sampler, because I've been thinking about doing it for a number of years now, and I haven't done it. But yeah, probably after the new year, that and the herbal sampler that I was going to offer, both of those are getting pushed, just because my life was overtaken by events.
And the dessert sampler and the herbal sampler are something, that are
Yeah, they're not seasonal.
they're not seasonal,
Yeah,
so you can
they're
have
good
them
any time
anytime.
of the year.
Yeah.
But we are going to feature 6 of our dessert teas, and if you go to the shop and click in the menu, there is a dessert collection. That if you click on that, it'll bring up all of the teas that I've identified as desserty. And so you can take a look.
So are
at
these
those.
already up on the website?
Yep,
Okay.
all of the new.
There you go.
So I'm going to show a few new teas, and one older. Like I think they're all new except for the one,
Yeah.
and I
Oldie
forgot to
but goodie.
refill the tin. But yeah, so it's some
Okay.
new teas for tonight. Dessert
Okay.
in your cup.
Yeah.
But before I show the teas, Mom's going to do a baking demo.
I am. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we get started on that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Well, since this was going to be a dessert theme, you know, I had kind of toyed with the idea of doing a variety, but then I thought, no, I was kind of inspired by one of the new blends that Jen has, which is bread pudding. I thought, oh, well, we've never done a bread pudding. And so that's what we're doing tonight. I'm going to demonstrate a bread pudding for you. Super easy, really. You know, it just makes such a wonderful dessert and so delicious and easy. It's super easy. And remember, this is what I like to show you, is things that are easy, because I don't want you to be intimidated in any way that you can't do this. You can definitely do this. So what I've done is I've already made one that we can show at the end, because there's a little bit of time involved in doing the bread pudding. You need to let it sit for a while. So I will point that out to you. And also I want to point out that this recipe comes from Christina's Cucina. And I will send the link for that either tomorrow or Monday. But Christina Cucina is based in California, and she is wonderful, and we love her recipes. Jen has done a number of hers, as have I. And so this is a cranberry orange bread pudding. I've also done her chocolate orange. You could actually substitute the cranberries that are in this one for chocolate if you want to, but she actually has another recipe that is a chocolate orange one. But this is you want me to hold it?
No, I'll hold it. I got it, because you're going to use your hands.
Yeah, but, okay.
I got it. I got you.
Okay, all right. Let us know if that's not loud enough. All right, so we've already cut I used challah bread. Challah. And it says that it should be stale. So this has been sitting out all day, and so it's nice and stale.
It's all the same volume.
And it's still soft, but a little bit soft, but it's nicely prepared for us. So I greased the pan and put in the cubes of challah, and the next step is to, let me get a spoon, the next step is to put in the cranberries. And the recipe instructs you to soak the cranberries in either Grand Marnier, which is a liqueur, an orange liqueur, or orange juice. And I didn't have any Grand Marnier, and I like Grand Marnier myself, but not everybody does. And I was concerned that maybe the kids would not like it, so I used orange juice. And this softens these are craisins. These are really good craisins though. Look at their,
Yeah, they plumped up
they
nicely.
plumped up. Well, they were already sort of plump, so. So we're just gonna sprinkle the cranberries in there and the juice.
Delicious.
Yeah, I love cranberries. Okay, so there's that. All right, and then the next thing that we're going to do is make the liquid custard that's going to go in there. And you take 2 eggs, and we're going to beat the eggs a little bit. Just kind of break them up a little bit. And then add 1 tablespoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of orange zest,
And that's fresh from the orange.
that is fresh from the orange, and it's very fragrant. So you do want to I mean, you can get dried, but I always
It's not
use
the same.
It's not the same. Yeah, so we'll blend that in. And then 1 cup of heavy cream, heavy whipping cream. And 1 cup of milk. And this is skim milk, but you can use whole milk or 2% or whatever you have. Okay? And then just blend that really well. This is just so super easy, and we're going to be done really fast with this. But you'll see why I baked one in advance, because once this is poured over the bread, it needs to sit for 30 minutes to soak. So we weren't going to have time to be able to do that step and bake it. It was going to take too long. So set that there. Okay. So now pour this over evenly. Oh, and also you can use challah, or you can use brioche, or even panettone. That would be good, wouldn't it? And then just kind of press that down.
So I'll say this. For bread pudding, you can use any bread.
You can, actually.
But if you want a really decadent bread pudding, then you want to use an enriched bread like challah, brioche, and panettone.
Yeah.
They're I don't know how to explain an enriched bread, but they've got extra. Like brioche is very buttery.
Yeah.
I think challah has extra eggs in it. It's not like a typical French bread, Italian bread. It's extra.
Right. And panettone is softer, so, and it doesn't have the crust. The challah has more of a dense crust. It's like that's the more dense, and then you get down to the brioche, and then you get down to the panettone. So the panettone, if you use that, which I think would be really awesome, that's definitely going to be a softer bread pudding.
Yeah.
You'll see the one that came out of the oven is definitely more crusty on the top.
Yeah.
All three would be delish.
Somebody suggested using the word sturdier.
Sturdy,
Sturdy
yeah.
is good, yeah.
But it's also the flavor. It's not just the texture of the bread, it's the flavor of it too.
Yeah.
The enriched breads have a richer flavor because of the extra eggs or the butter, whatever the additional thing that's in that bread that makes it that puts it in the category of the enriched bread, as opposed to a basic French bread. That's a basic white bread.
Right. The other thing about panettone, besides being softer, is it has some fruit in it, so that would give an added element. And you can get different flavors of panettone, so that would be even more interesting flavor profile. The other thing about bread pudding is it could be for breakfast if you wanted to. If you don't want something super sweet for breakfast, I'm going to actually make the sauce that goes on top, which would be great for breakfast too. But anyway, there are just so many options. If you want to call it, a breakfast casserole, you could. Usually, a breakfast casserole has cinnamon or other things like that. Maybe
It's more like a French toast.
more of a French toast, yeah, and more sugar for sure.
Yeah.
But this only had a tablespoon of sugar, so it's
Yeah.
really good. All right, so we're just going to set that aside, and we're going to let it sit for 30 minutes. And should I go ahead and maybe do the sauce?
Go ahead and do the sauce.
Okay. I'll at least get it started because we don't want to have to wait for the butter to melt and everything. But basically, the sauce is a 1/4 cup of butter. Jen, if you could get a spoon or a knife or something. 1/4 cup of butter. We're going to melt that. Thank you. And then to that,
What temperature do you want?
It's really just going to be enough to melt the butter and add the sugar.
Yeah.
So it's just basically a quarter cup of butter, which is 2 ounces, a third of a cup of orange juice, and you can use if you have orange juice in a container, refrigerator container form, if you want to use fresh. I used what I had, but fresh orange juice would be even better. So it's a third of a cup of the orange juice, and then 1/3 cup of brown sugar. And so we're just going to kind of melt that. It also calls for 1 tablespoon of Grand Marnier. Now, here's the deal. You could use, if you wanted to, you could use Grand Marnier just in the sauce if you didn't want to overwhelm the whole dessert with Grand Marnier. And I think that would be delicious. You can reduce the amount. You can use just a teaspoon, but I do not have it, so I'm not using the Grand Marnier. Okay, so with the sauce, you're just gonna, once everything melts here, it's gonna simmer for 5 to 6 minutes. So we're gonna let that do that while we take our break. Are we taking a break now?
Yeah, well, we can. Yeah. But we can let that. We should have let that be
We
melting
should
while you were
have,
putting
and
it together.
yeah, I didn't think that far ahead. So,
It'll melt.
so anything else?
Anybody got a question?
Oh, the other thing I want to say is that I was kind of leaning towards using a custard, a regular custard, like a bird's custard, or a homemade vanilla custard, which would be really good on this as well. Or ice cream or whipped cream if you wanted to forego the sauce. But I thought the orange sauce looked really good, so we'll do that. Jen and her kiddos are going to be able to take one of these casseroles home because we can't eat all of it.
Salted or unsalted butter?
It calls for just regular butter. I think you could use unsalted if you wanted to, but it doesn't call for unsalted. It's just regular.
Someone else asked, is the recipe in your cookbook?
No,
Nope.
no, because this is not my recipe, so. All right,
She'll post the link.
yeah.
I think the brown sugar went in first. Oh, okay, both.
All right. So we're just going to let this go for 5 or 6 minutes, and we can
Yeah, we can do the break.
take our break and then come back.
Someone asked, what's the name of the chef whose recipe you're using?
It's Christina Cucina.
Yeah,
That's the name of her website.
That's the website.
Yeah, Christina Cucina's .com. ChristinaCucina.com.
Christina's. There's an
Christina's
S. You have to type.
Cucina. Yeah.
All right, we can take a break.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll take our break, and then we'll be back in about
5 minutes.
5 minutes. Okay.
We can do 5.
All right.
I'm back. I'm gonna put my microphone back on. And then I'm gonna demo tea. So she is still working on the sauce, that's still simmering. And just to let you know, we did add a quarter cup of heavy cream to the sauce as well. That was an option. And when we were looking at it, we decided that we thought that it needed that. It'll make that sauce a little richer on the bread pudding. Anyway, so this is the tea demo portion of our evening, and so like I said earlier, I brought 6 teas to share with you. I'm going to show them, and then I'll brew them as I normally do. And so I'll just start with the first one. So, and as I said also, I brought new teas. Most of these are new. One is a bestseller that we've had in the shop since Mom had it, and I'll show that one last. So the first one that I'm showing you is called Lemon Blackberry Pavlova, and it's a black tea, and it is in the shop. I just listed it today, and it is exactly what it sounds like. It's lemon with blackberry flavor, and the meringues similar to Pavlova. So the idea is that you've got that nice fluffy meringue pillow, and you put lemon curd on it, move it up, and then blackberries on top. That was my vision.
It's very echoey.
Is it echoey?
Kind of.
And so, so that's the lemon blackberry Pavlova tea, and it does have white chocolate pieces in it. I don't know if you could see those. I don't want to stick my fingers all in there, but it does have white chocolate, lemon peel, lemon verbena, blackberry leaves, and the vanilla meringue cookie pieces in there. It's a nice. It smells really good. So that's the lemon blackberry Pavlova. Next up is the vanilla lavender bundt cake, and you can see the lavender in there. It's got chamomile petals in it. It does have carob in there, so that a little hint of chocolatey and vanilla and black tea. It is what it is. Vanilla lavender bundt cake. Next is the one that Mom mentioned, bread pudding, black tea again. It's got raisins, apple pieces, caramel pieces, cinnamon pieces, some flower petals, a few different flower petals, and it's really good. I do recommend adding a splash of milk to this one, and maybe a pinch of sugar if you, or whatever your favorite sweetener is. To bring out all the flavors of the, I can see it, of the bread pudding flavor in the tea. And that is a black tea. Next up is Desert Gold. So earlier this year, that Dubai chocolate bar was all the rage. And so I thought, you know what? I wonder if I could do that as a tea blend. And so I actually bought a Dubai chocolate bar so that I could taste it, because I was curious, and I do love pistachios anyway. So it's chocolate, it's like pistachio cream mixed with phyllo crunchies, and then it's enrobed in the chocolate. It's really decadent and delicious, and you can only eat a small piece. It's so sweet. It's ridiculously sweet. But I did manage to capture it in the tea. I've called it Desert Gold. And it is a combination of pu'er tea and hojicha, green tea. And I don't think I've mentioned hojicha tea in a while, but basically hojicha is a Japanese roasted green tea, and it has a nutty, chocolatey, and sometimes savory flavor. And it brings a really nice flavor combined with the pu'er dark tea in this blend. I really like it. Mm-hmm. It's very, very good.
It is good.
I was pretty proud.
Yeah, you should be.
Of this one. It's got pistachios in it. It's got barley, cacao nibs, carob, cocoa. So it's got all the chocolate. cardamom and flower petals, and it's delicious. So it is kind of a black tea because it is pu'er based, but I also kind of consider it to be a green tea because of the hojicha. But it does have caffeine, so that's probably my favorite. Next up is a honey bush, which is an herbal. This one is caramel almond apple, and it's honey bush base, and it's got apple and almonds and caramel flavor, and it smells divine. And it tastes good too. I have sampled this one. But that's caramel almond apple honey bush. And then the last one is Mama's spicy carrot cake, and I forgot to add more to the tin, and so it's looking a little low in the cup. But this is a bestseller, and it's fabulous.
It is.
Rooibos and honeybush, green rooibos, raisin spices, carrot bits, white chocolate, candied ginger, and some flower petals in it. It is absolutely dessert in your cup.
It is.
And it tastes just like carrot cake.
Yeah.
If you like carrot cake, you're going to like that too. Tizine to be technical.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm going to brew them. And I'm going to do as I normally do. I'm going to use the TSAC number 1 and the perfect cup of tea spoon that I do carry in the shop. So I'm going to put 1 spoon of each in a TSAC into the cups, and then I'll pour the water on. And so this is the lemon blackberry pavlova. And I do a pretty generous spoon, and because I like a stronger cup.
You want me to be the water pourer?
Well, I was gonna say let's pour the rooibos first.
Okay. All right.
And then the pu'er can take a little longer time and work out, so it's backwards.
Okay. All right. So we'll just wait till you got it all
Yeah, I'll
filled?
get them all
Okay.
filled, and then I'll pour the water. But yeah, good thinking. Okay, so this is the vanilla lavender bundt cake, and I didn't mention it, but my hands aren't working. I put the spoon in the opening, and then I turn it upside down to empty it into the tea sack. All right, and then I've shown this before, but if anybody's new, the tea sacks come kind of together, seemed like crimped together. If you look for the bottom, you'll find the top of the other, and you can pull them apart. Those came apart pretty easy. This is the bread pudding. So good. Bread pudding. And then the desert gold. Okay, come on. Helps if you have the right side. All right, and you can see the cardamom pods in here. There are whole pistachios in here as well. I'm going to grab one of those cardamom pods. And then the caramel almond apple, honey bush. There's no rooibos in this, it's all honey bush. Which I like a lot, honeybush. You're still muted. I'll get your button in a minute.
She doesn't need to talk yet.
She doesn't. And then Mama's spicy carrot cake. All right. All right. Pour in the water. So the rooibos and the honeybush can go as long as, well, they can go a really long time, but typically
wait on a
about
timer?
5 minutes. Oh, that's so heavy. Boop. And then the pu'er, 3 to 4. Although be mindful, there is the hojicha green in there, but I think it'll be pretty forgiving with the pu'er. And then the black we typically time at 3 minutes. We'll check them at 3. sometimes, oh, so heavy. They can go longer. Alright. Okay. That was so heavy. Alright. Do we have a timer on? 3 minutes? Perfect. Alright. I'll unmute you. I'm gonna. Nope.
Put it down here.
I know, I had it down.
There you go. Perfect.
Okay. Hello. Okay, so while we're waiting for that, does anybody have any questions?
Nope.
No questions?
No questions.
Nobody's awake out there.
I know, wake up.
You
All
gotta
right, well,
wait for about 3 minutes, and then somebody's gonna ask a question.
Maybe not.
It's usually when we ask if someone has a question that they'll ask if they have a.
Right.
They're old hats.
Yeah.
They have been watching us so long. They are well informed already.
That's
Mhm.
true. That is true. I'll do a couple of the announcements while we're
Yeah, do that.
waiting for the timer. The holiday teas and the holiday sampler will be added into the shop in October. Probably the 1st, but it may not be exactly on the 1st. I haven't decided yet, but
It's
probably
only 2 weeks. A little more than 2 weeks. I know.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Someone would like you
Say the tea names
say
again.
the team name.
Oh, the name.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
When I squeeze out the tea sacks, I will say what the teas are again.
Yeah.
And he'll show them.
It just
So-
confused me because they replied back to me sending the recipe for.
Oh, yeah.
It confused me for a second.
Okay.
Someone else said that they are observing intently.
Oh, okay.
good.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Good students. Paying
Um,
attention.
Yes. Okay, so the holiday teas, I guess.
Oh, here comes a question.
October
Two questions
1st.
actually. Did you grease the baking dish before the bread was added in the pudding?
Yes, I did.
Yes.
And then, how does honeybush differ from rooibos?
That's a good question.
That is a good question. Where are we on time? The timer.
You
I'm
have
good.
45 seconds.
Okay. They're different plants, for one thing. The honeybush is its own plant versus the rooibos, which is the needle leaf. Honeybush is chopped more coarse. It's a more coarse chop of the leaves. Like if you look at them, I don't know if it's easy to see. You can see the needle-like look of the rooibos, which is in the although that has honeybush in it too. But you can see the needle. They're very fine needles of the rooibos. The honeybush is they're more square cut pieces of the honeybush tree. I would have to do a little more research. I know that I know it, but I can't think of beyond that. How
There's a
they're
question you
different.
can answer while you're doing that.
Their flavors are very similar.
That was 3 minutes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I'll get that.
Okay.
Okay, let me squeeze out so I don't.
Yep.
But
That's why I wrote it down instead of telling it to you.
thank you. Okay, so this one is the lemon blackberry pavlova, and I'm squeezing out the tea sack. The color looks good, so I do think that that's fully brewed. And bring this over here, and they all smell really good too. And this one is the vanilla lavender bundt cake. Again, the color looks good, so I think 3 minutes was good. This one is the bread pudding. Also good color. 3 minutes looks to be good. But of course it's to your taste as well. But like we always recommend, if you like a stronger tea, add more tea, not more time,
Right.
because it'll get bitter. And then this is the desert gold. I'm gonna give that a little stir. It looks like it needs stirring. And that also looks pretty good color-wise. Because remember, it would be darker if it was just the straight up pu'er. But it does have that hojicha green tea in it, and so it is gonna lighten it a little bit. Because it's about equal parts pu'er and hojicha in that. And then the honeybush caramel almond apple, and that also has good color. Thank you. And that looks similar. It's not as red. Normally it's a little redder, but. And then the Mama's spicy carrot cake, which looks perfect. They all look pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Okay. So again, just to rename the teas so that you've got them all: lemon blackberry pavlova, vanilla lavender bundt cake, bread pudding, desert gold, caramel almond apple, and Mama's spicy carrot cake. Those are our teas for the evening.
All delicious desserts in a cup.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And like I said, plenty more to choose from in the shop as well.
Right.
So someone asked, I noticed you poured the water directly on the tea leaves. Is that proper? Yes. Yes. So the point of the of tea is you want to shock the leaves with the hot water. So yes, you pour the water directly on the tea. It causes the shock in the leaves. They'll unfurl. It releases the flavor and the color, and that's what gives you a good cup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yes, you absolutely want to pour the water directly on the tea. So when I do tea sacks at home in my mug, or if I'm traveling and I've got a tea sack hanging in my travel mug, I've got a travel mug that I take with me, and I'll do tea sacks, and I clip it to the side. When I pour the water in, I pour it onto the tea sack because I want that water going through the tea sack to get to the tea.
Yeah.
I don't want the tea sack just sitting in the water
Right.
as it comes up. I
Or-
want the water going down through that tea sack.
Exactly. Or adding the tea sack after you put the water in.
Yeah, no, you want to pour
You
the
wanna pour
water
water
on the
on.
tea sack.
Yeah, sometimes when because I've done gallons of tea before, when I'm doing like a pump pot of tea and I'm using an 8-cup container to brew the tea, I will put the tea in the tea sack and then I'll clip it on the side, but I'll open it and I'll actually pour the hot water,
Into
boiling
the
water
open.
into the opened tea sack. As long as you've got a good
Grip on it.
grip on it or a clip on it, then I pour it right through.
Right,
I
right.
don't do that.
It's the same as if you're using like if you've got a mug and you've got an infuser that sits on the rim of your mug, your leaves are in the base of that.
Mhm.
I've got one in my bin. Hey, can you get out of my bin? You're pouring that water directly on the leaves into your mug. That infuser, that cup infuser is in your mug, and your leaves are in it. Well, that's for straining from a pot.
I mean, yeah, that would.
Different.
Yeah.
But this is going to sit in your mug if you're doing a mug, like in your kitchen at home. You got your leaves inside here. You're going to pour that water directly on the leaves in the infuser cup to pour down into your cup, and then it will sit in the water to continue brewing.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
But it starts that process when the water hits the leaves.
Mhm.
So yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Pour your water on your leaves.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not as particular about it here because of time and everything. But ideally, the right temperature, especially for black tea, is important because black tea really does need the boiling water,
Yeah.
and that shocks the leaves significantly more than if it's just hot water.
Yeah. So that's one thing that we're not able to do because we are conscious of time.
Yeah.
Like green tea and white teas in particular want a not boiling water.
Not a rolling boil.
You don't want it boiling at all.
Right.
I think white tea is at 175 is the temperature recommended for white tea, and then green tea is 185, 195.
Yeah,
something
it's
like
too
that.
harsh for they're more delicate and
Yeah.
they have not been as dried as much as the black tea.
Right, and so they don't want that 212 boiling
Yeah,
water.
it's too much.
Do I do the same temperature water for all of my tea? Yes, I do. Because I'm a lazy tea maker. I'll just
you're
be
in a
straight
hurry all
up.
the
And
time.
I'm in a hurry when I'm making my tea, and so I don't care. Like, I don't care. But there are definitely some tea purists who are very particular about what the temperature of their water is.
Yeah, it's like
And they're gonna get a better cup.
do as we say, not
Not
necessarily
as I do.
what we do.
Yeah, exactly.
What is our hot water dispenser temperature? Do you know?
195.
All right, that's generally what I use for my tea as well.
You need to say 195 out loud.
195 is we have a hot water dispenser in our butler's pantry, and I don't, unless I'm doing something special, I might dispense it from that and then heat it up more.
Yeah.
But most times I just do the 195.
Yeah. I do have a kettle that has different settings for the different types of tea. Oolong is another one that doesn't want to be boiling.
Right.
And so occasionally I will hit the proper button. Although lately I haven't been making tea at home because I haven't been at home that much. But I'll hit the proper button for the tea. But not everybody can afford to buy a special kettle like that. They're not super expensive, but I know that everybody's on different budgets. So if you have a regular kettle, just boil your water and you'll be fine.
I'm gonna go put this in the oven.
Yeah.
It's been 30
Okay,
minutes.
perfect. Anyway, so those are the teas. Do we have any
Wait.
other? So that was an excellent question. And another question is coming.
You
I
pretty
like
much just answered it,
questions.
but
What should you do using a tea kettle to get the right temp for green and white teas? Well, okay, so I just talked about that. Excuse me. They do make kettles that have different settings for the different types of tea. I don't remember how much I spent for my kettle. Because it's been a couple years since I bought it. But I want to say like 50 or 60, something like that. But there are a bunch of them that will do that, where you literally put your water in the kettle, you set it on the base, and punch the button for the green tea, oolong, white tea, whatever it is, black tea, herbal. It has an herbal setting, and it will bring the water up to the proper temperature. If you care about the temperature, what you can do is, and you have a regular kettle, listen to the kettle. And when you hear it start to come up to the boil, you can take it off and you can test the temperature with an instant read thermometer to see what the temperature is in your kettle. Or you can let it come up to the boil and then let it sit and cool for a little bit and check the temperature that way. But really, unless you have a special kettle that does the separate temperatures, that's about the only way that you can do it.
if you just want hot water instead of boiling water and you don't care exactly how high the temperature is, just wait like 3 minutes before putting it on your tea leaves.
Yeah, I mean, you could bring it up to the boil and then just let it wait for a minute before you put it on the tea, like Molly said. I don't know if you could hear Molly.
Yeah, they can hear me.
Okay. But, and you will get a better cup if you pay attention to the temperature, but I think for a lot of us, we just want a cup of tea and we don't care about the temperature of the water. At least that's me. So, any other questions?
No. Someone
Okay.
did mention what kind of kettles they use with the different temperatures, but that's not a question.
Yeah, okay. Oh, they mentioned
They mentioned the
the
kettles that they
specific
use.
kettles? Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. See, people are helpful.
Yeah, good.
If you go on Amazon and search tea kettle, you'll see it's a
lot.
wide variety and a wide variety
And
of
look
price
at
points.
the reviews.
Mhm.
To see.
There is a question, but it's for Marmy.
Yeah.
Did you give the bacon temperature and the time?
I did not. The baking temperature is 375, and it said to bake between 30 and 35 minutes. I discovered, as we're going to show you in a little bit, a little trick about that. So I will discuss that when we show you the finished product.
Okay, well, are we ready to do that?
Yeah, and then
And
we'll
then
do
we'll
the
do the
final
final
announcement. Okay,
announcements,
yeah. So we're going to show. Oh, you want me to bring it over here?
Let's rearrange.
Well, I was gonna spoon it out actually.
Yeah.
Bring it over here, and if you could grab a service spoon. Okay, so we have our orange sauce here, all done. Okay, so this was at the 30-minute point. And what I realized is that I would have put some foil over it to keep it from browning quite so much. I'm kind of picky that way. I would prefer that it not have browned that much. But so I would say probably at the, you might check it at the 20 to 25 minute point and just see if it's browning too much, and just lay a piece of foil over it to keep it from browning.
Yeah, don't seal it. Just
No, don't seal it.
just
Just lay it on top. Yeah. So this is the finished.
It smells wonderful.
It does. Okay. And then we're going to pour a little bit of the orange sauce over. Who's going to be the taste tester?
The cameraman.
Cameraman, of course.
Cameraman will happily be the taste tester.
Okay, and there we are.
Thank you.
See what he says.
You can't see him.
That's okay, they'll hear you.
He doesn't want to eat on camera.
Well, that's good.
Is that good?
Yeah,
Okay,
he
good.
says it's good.
All right, so there we are, the bread pudding. You can see a little bit of the custard in there. That's really good. And, yep.
It looks fabulous.
Oh, and by the way, years ago, we belonged to a church where we had a big dinner that we organized, and I was part of the organizing of it, and we decided to do desserts through the decades. And I was introduced to bread pudding for the very first time at this dinner when a young woman brought bread pudding as an example of a dessert in the 30s during the Depression. And it makes sense because, you know, they had not a whole lot of money and not a whole lot of supplies. And so she brought this bread pudding, and I thought it was the best thing I had ever tasted. And so I've been a huge fan of bread pudding ever since. So, yeah, so try it. I think you'll be really pleased. I think your family will be pleased
Yeah.
too.
And it's just super easy dessert.
It's so super easy. Yeah.
Very easy. Okay.
All right.
All right, so let's do the final announcements and the giveaway. Because I know y'all are waiting on the giveaway. Okay. All right, so I had said the holiday teas and the holiday sampler are going to return in October. It'll probably be October 1st. I'll just do it for the 1st. In a couple weeks, which is okay. For the quarterly subscribers, it's that time again, and your invoices will go out from PayPal on October, I think it's October the 5th. I always question that, but I'm pretty positive it's October the 5th. Once you've paid that invoice, I'll ship out your box. I'm going to say 10 business days. I have no idea what October is going to look like. I don't know what the rest of September is going to look like. But you'll get your box in October. How about that?
How about that?
So, it's terrible.
Be patient with us.
Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Okay.
Crazy.
Okay, the give a word.
See?
Portmanteau.
The giveaway for tonight is a 2-ounce bag of the vanilla lavender bundt cake.
Oh my gosh.
I can confirm it's really good. I stole the
Yeah.
cup. I want sugar for it, but
Yeah,
it's
it's-
very lavendery.
Oh,
Very
yeah,
good.
just some sugar.
Okay, but not soapy?
No.
Okay, good. Because that's the danger with lavender. If it has too much, it turns into soap.
With sugar, it'll be better, I think.
Okay.
In my opinion.
Yeah, so Molly gives it a thumbs up with sugar. Anyway, 2-ounce bag for that, and the keyword is sweet.
Sweet.
Sweet. So that's the giveaway. And yeah, so our next Facebook Live is October the 11th, and we're going to do teaware. And so that was something that was requested in the group when I posted asking for feedback on our Facebook Lives, and several mentioned that they wanted to see more about teaware, and so that's what we're going to do next month. And we don't know exactly what we're going to do.
Well,
we
and-
kind of have an idea.
And
but
when we say teaware, what we're talking about is china,
China. Teapots, teacups,
different patterns,
different types.
countries,
Yeah.
and what have you.
Different
So
eras,
we're going to
some
have a
vintage.
display here probably of different things to give you some ideas. There may be some things for sale. And so, yeah, that's what we're planning. And there won't be any baking demo next
No
time.
baking, but I will show some teas.
Yeah.
Because this is a tea business, and the
Yeah.
whole point of doing this was to show you teas.
And introduce new ones.
Introduce
and
new ones.
Seasonal
And-
ones, for
right,
sure.
exactly. So,
But yeah, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
So it should be fun.
yeah, and hopefully
Very-
we can.
Very educational.
Yeah.
Very informative.
It'll be mostly because she knows the tea wear. I know the tea. I mean, you know the tea too, but she knows the tea wear, so it'll be mostly. And that's it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So we'll see you in October.
Yeah.
If I
Thanks for
make it.
joining us. Yeah, we're gonna hold each other up.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna say the magic word again?
Sweet. Sweet. You only need to put it in there once in the comments.
Mm-hmm.
And just to remind you, I will pull the names after church, and then Molly and I will do the drawing out
Around
of the
noon.
15-ounce mug around noonish. And
So they have until when to get?
you have until about 11 Eastern time.
Because we know some of you
watch it later.
later.
Yeah. So you have until about 11 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow to put in for the giveaway. After that, you'll have missed out.
Yeah.
Maybe 11:30. Depends on when I get home from church, or what my work day looks like.
Yeah.
But we'll do the drawing in the afternoon, and I'll post that both here on the page and in the group with who that winner is.
Okay.
Okay.
Wonderful.
All right. So
The feed is getting very sweet.
The feed.
Oh,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
Very
right?
sweet.
Sweet. Yeah, good. Put in for it because it's a good tea.
Okay. Thank you guys very much.
Yep. And I hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend, and we will see you next time.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.